Today we're going to be tackling my carry-on backpack as well as my personal handbag. So let's get to packing. Thankfully this one should be a lot quicker to do. So about the backpack, I bought this back in November for my Japan trip back then. It's nothing fancy, but it does the job. It fits shoes, and I also have a extra pair of clothing. So I have pants, undies, another shirt. So all of these are gonna go in the little compartment along with the shoes, and since I have things in bags, it should be fine. That pouch holds the shoes and my clothing. So now I'm going to be taking in my iPad. So this is an iPad Pro. This is where I'm going to be using for gaming as well as reading manga. I have some manga downloaded in PDF files, and I also have access to Comics Plus, which is a comics, graphic novels, and manga app that is run by libraries, and you have access to a ton of manga. I should be more than good with what I have. And also I do have Procreate on my iPad, which I do use a lot to make thumbnails for my other channel, and I like to doodle occasionally. On my last trip, I took my iPad and a Kindle, so this time I'm not taking my Kindle. I will be taking my Nintendo Switch though. This is just the Animal Crossing Switch. In case you were wondering, this is how I'm filming. And I will be taking a total of 5 games. There's one inside of my Switch, and I'm taking Pikmin, Puyo Puyo, Bubble Pop, and also Mario Kart. I do plan on buying some Nintendo Switch games while I'm there. As for the Switch 2, I think I'm gonna hold off until they announce the next Animal Crossing game, so I should be good. Another thing that I'm changing up this time around compared to when I went in November is that I'm taking a much smaller camera. So I recently purchased the Insta360 Go S, which is what I'm using to film. So I will be taking my little tripod as well as my microphones, which I can use on my iPhone as well as on my computer. When I purchased my camera, it came with the case and a bunch of other accessories for free because they were having a summer promotion. This case actually comes with an insert, but it takes up a lot of space, so I removed it and I can just fit so much more without that insert. Now this accessory I purchased separately, so basically with this you can do easy file transfers if you run out of storage on your camera, so I'm taking that with me. I also have the charger for the Apple Watch and an extra little silicone lens cover for my camera just in case I lose the one that I actually use on my camera. And from the techie stuff, now we go to the more boring stuff. So here we have just some, a little USB thing so I can actually plug in my memory disks, more USB plug-in accessories, and just cables so I can charge my phone. Then we have my journal as well as my planner. Those two are coming with me. The planner I have is from Muji. I have a lot of my itinerary written on there, and I'm also taking my manga review journal. I just like keeping track of what I read, so that's also coming along with me. When I went to Tokyo in November, I didn't really go stationery shopping, but this time around, I will definitely be stationery shopping. I love stationery and pens and all that stuff. So now moving on to bags. I do have my purse, which we will get to that in a little bit, but I do like a very small fanny pack, especially if I'm planning on going to any theme parks, which I will be going in this trip. This little fanny pack is super handy. It's from Patagonia. I've used it for music festivals as well. You can just fold it out. It's really cool. I also will be taking some plushies, or nui in Japanese, and I need to buy a brand new mouth for my nui. I lost it somewhere, so she will be getting a brand new mouth in Japan. In this outer little pouch, I have another reusable bag as well as some band-aids because those will certainly come in handy. So now let's just pack those nuis in. They're gonna be so happy to be traveling once again. Something that I will be taking along with me once again is a reusable water bottle. I actually did end up using this in Japan as well. This time around, I will be traveling with my MacBook Pro. Usually I do not bring my laptop, but since I'm staying there for 2 months, I will be working on content and potentially streaming as well, so I need that with me. And then I found some receipts from November, so I need to throw those out. So with that, we are done with the carry-on backpack, and now we can move on to my personal bag, and this is a Baggu dupe from Walmart, which I actually ended up liking so much more than I thought. I do have some back charms because I like accessorizing my handbag, and most of them are pretty silly. We have Mamechi and also Pikmin and a lot of Pochako as well. I do have hand sanitizer, which is a must for me. Something new that I bought for this trip was this little like tripod that I can just keep on my purse, and I can just put my phone on it. It has a MagSafe adapter. I can just keep my phone on it and record, and it's going to be a little bit more stable than just using my hand. And overall, it's just pretty compact. So hopefully this does me well during my trip. And everything else is in pouches. I will be leaving my library cards here, so those are staying in my room. First things first, my wallet and also my passport. Those are getting packed in. I cannot just leave those behind at all. It would be bad if I did. Next up, we have my makeup pouch. Usually I don't carry such a big pouch, but I do have some extra things this time around, like makeup wipes, because I want to wipe my face before I land in Japan. I also am bringing some soap sheets as well, because I did run across a few public bathrooms that didn't have soap. I'm bringing my toothbrush. This is my Bang mascara because it'll probably be a little bit windy. I also have face powder as well as some liquid IV. Let's see what else I have. We have hand cream. Yeah, this is a big tube, but it is within TSA standards. Then we have some toothpaste and tinted lip balm. We got tissues as well. Another tinted lip balm and my sunscreen stick. Then the rest is just pretty boring stuff like pain medication, band-aids. Ooh, band-aids. What else do I have? I had comb. Oh my god. And concealer and nail file. Yes, nail file, because sometimes you break your nail and then I just hate the sensation of, you know, the hangnail. Ugh. No thank you. The next pouch has more of my techie stuff. I mean, a charging brick and cable. I also have another little foldable tripod. I ended up using that a lot in my previous trip. And I'm also bringing an extra pop socket just in case something happens to the one that I have on my phone. Another must-have is a power bank. So they did make a few changes to the power banks. You cannot have those in your checked luggage. They have to be in your carry-on, and you cannot be charging your phone or device on the plane. So make sure to note that. This little pouch is my arcade pouch. It has some wired headphones, also a little hand towel because I will be getting sweaty, and I also have my little gloves that I use for rhythm gaming. Yes, this is a necessity for me because I will be gaming. Then we have another reusable bag. This is the Tamagotchi one that I got from San Diego Comic-Con. We got my coin purse, which still has coins from last November, but these are like the useless coins. They're the 1 yen coin, which is the equivalent of like a penny. So they will be coming back with me to Japan. I will use them up at 7-Eleven somehow, some way. I'm also bringing a portable fan. I know their fan technology is like super advanced, but this will do for when I land. I am also taking my prescription sunglasses because I cannot see otherwise and it'll be very sunny. We're almost done. Next up, I have a pen, and what can I say about a pen? A pen is a pen. Then I have some heated eye masks, so this I will be using to fall asleep on the plane. Then I'm also taking my prescription glasses. These are the Jins and JJK collab glasses. Last time I didn't buy any prescription glasses in Japan, but this time around I will be buying some. Then we have some headphones. So I have some earbuds. These are the Sony and Project Sekai collab earbuds. I'm actually really enjoying these. I much prefer them to the AirPods, so those are coming with me. And I'm also taking some over-the-ear headphones. These are the JLab ones. I actually took these in November and they did me so well, so I'm taking them with me once again. And with that, we are fully packed for Japan. I have my checked-in bag, my carry-on, and my purse. I am so excited for this trip and I can't wait to document and get to share all my adventures. Hopefully you guys are excited as well. Thank you guys so much for watching and subscribe for more. Bye bye, and in the words of Mario, let's go!